Hello, Superdean here, and welcome to Godzilla King of the Monsters movie review. Now, before I get started, you can see a little Godzilla movie poster. In the past reviews I've done, or the past two I've done, I've mainly just used posters from the movie, just to sort of talk about it and see in the background. What I tried to do earlier in the week was actually play a proper old Godzilla game called Godzilla Saves the Earth, and it did work in a way where I've recorded it, but none of the audio worked. So I've got this video of me playing the game with no audio, and I felt bad not using it. So, I thought while I do the review, talking about the film, I'm going to have it playing in the background so you can kind of see the old game being played and stuff, and just me talking about the movie. Something a bit different. If it doesn't work, I'll go back to just using the movie pictures and stuff, but I wanted to try it. I didn't want to waste the footage, because I feel like it's a good game. It's a very good game, and a very old game, and if you can get hold of it, because I think it's a bit, not rare now, but hard to get hold of, you shouldn't play it. Anyway, the movie, it's a great film. Get straight into it. It's a very good film. There are a few unfortunately bad things about the film. I'll get to that in a minute when I talk about it. But the three main good things about the film is the cinematography. Is what I'm thinking of. Just the view of the film, the everything, the way it's filmed, the way it's all done. It's just amazing how good it looks. You look at sometimes and thinking, in fact, I'm saying spoilers, they're not animated. It looks real at times. It looks like it's a proper, like you like watching a David Attenborough kind of, oh, in the wild kind of thing, like real animals out there. But then you realise, oh yeah. I mean, at times you can see, oh yeah, that is. You can see it's CGI and stuff. But most of the film, if you just sort of let that go out your mind, it looks so real. The soundtrack was really good, sort of the way the music was timed in, and just the fights, the monster fights in general, where you have Godzilla versus King Ghidorah, with Godzilla versus. Did he face him? Actually, no, I don't think it is. Mainly just Godzilla versus King Ghidorah, and then Rodan, Mothra, and stuff, and some of the other bits and bobs I'll get into in a sec. Such a good, sort of all-round film. The thing that I felt let it down a little bit was again the problem they had in the first Godzilla film, where they focused too much on the human side of things. As being a bit of a big Godzilla fan, I've kind of seen most of the old Godzilla movies and stuff where it was kind of sometimes just the movie was at the start there was a human exclamation, but then most of the film was just Godzilla monsters fighting each other and stuff, all that, and at the end there was just like a little outro of the humans talking about, oh, this is what happened, this is what we're going to do to prevent it from the future, which worked in that kind of thing because it was more about the monsters fighting stuff. That's what you wanted to see. Obviously nowadays you can't. I mean, that's more like fan service. If you did that, you can't just do that, but it would be nice because it felt like how can I describe it? Like in a percentage, like you go watch the film and it's like it's called the Godzilla, but it's like 40% of not even that, 35% Godzilla, and like sort of 65% of the humans and stuff. And really, if it's Godzilla films, it should be the other way around, where it's more Godzilla and then a bit less of the humans. I'm doing the hand action, realizing no one can see me do the hand action because I'm in my office doing it. But yeah, that's the only thing to me that let down the story a little bit. It just seemed to at times they got into a big fight scene and stuff where Godzilla was fighting King Ghidorah, and out of nowhere just pan off to the left and look at the humans being chased by trying to escape the sort of carnage of the explosion, which I know they can do and stuff, but they focus on it for too long. There's a bit where they're fighting in the Antarctic, without doing too much spoilers for the minute, and there's all things flying around and stuff. And it just one of the guys gets absolutely launched. They focus on it for ages, and he obviously hits, and he slowly loses consciousness. I don't think they need to do that. You can see, bang, he's cracked his head. Oh yeah, he's going to be out of it now. Let's get back to the fight. But they just stay on him, and you can hear the explosion stuff going on in the background and stuff. And to me, I don't think that was necessary. Again, there's a few plot holes, but some of the actors were really good in it. You can't argue that. I mean, Millie Bobby Brown, she's the girl from Stranger Things. She's 11 in it. It's the first time I've kind of ever really seen her talk more than like one letter at a time, because her character in Stranger Things, she's a bit of a mute. It's just amazing to see this girl you've watched for 2 seasons of different things, and they go, ah! It's like you establish her with that character. I know you do that with some of the films. You see an actor like Daniel, what's his name, Radcliffe for Harry Potter and stuff. You see this lady as 11 from Stranger Things, and now suddenly she's having a full-blown conversation with Godzilla. No, she doesn't talk to Godzilla. Still, it's really good, and the other actors as well, really good as well. It just seemed to be at times you could see even then it was kind of focusing too much when stuff was going on over there to the right with the monsters fighting. Where at one point there was Rodan with the big pterodactyl thing was amazing, and King Ghidorah having a scrap, and you think I want to see what's going on there, but oh no, we've got to do this instead. We're going to talk about how we're going to destroy them. Well, we know we can't kill them, but we're going to try and kill them, but ignoring the fight. And then oh yeah, back to the fight. Oh yeah, suddenly then one of them's in the water, and you've missed. How did he get down there? Too busy looking at you. But yeah. Very good film nonetheless. If you can, go watch it in the cinema because it's a very good film. Now, the main couple of bits I want to talk about, like I've just said about the spoiler bit, it's such a shame, man. Because like the last film, again, it was a good film. But like I said, it focused too much on the human side. I'm going to probably repeat myself here again, so I'm sorry. Like the whole film, if you've not seen it, is mainly about the soldier guy trying to get back to his family. And literally the last kind of 10 minutes, maybe 15 at a push, is Godzilla fighting the Mutos. And then the rest of the film is just him, this soldier guy, getting back home to his wife. And it's such a shame that you do all this stuff in the background, this sort of slow burns of Godzilla pictures and stuff, and then oh, film over. I mean, in this film, don't get me wrong, there was a lot more of Godzilla. He's pretty much there from the start, just in the background and stuff, just popping up there, down again, popping up there, down again, popping up and down again. And it is kind of cool how they're establishing this universe stuff, because they mentioned there's 17 monsters around the world and stuff in this film. There's 17 more Godzilla monsters. Oh yeah, and that's it. Because I watched the original ones. King Ghidorah in this film was massive. I'm sure I need to watch. I need to watch and get caught up with the history of Godzilla again. Because there were some things when I was watching it, like, is that right? Is that? I'm sure that was wrong. Because I remember in one of the original films, Rodan and Godzilla. I can't remember who they're fighting. I don't think he's actually in the film who they were fighting. It's like a Gora something, a Goran. And Rodan gets killed, and he like sacrifices himself, and then gives him his power, gives Godzilla his power to beat the monster, which you kind of see at the end of the film. But I'll explain that in a second. And then he beats the monster. So to me, Godzilla and Rodan are friends. But in this film, Godzilla and Rodan, they're not bad. They don't really fight that much. But technically, Rodan's on King Ghidorah's side. So it's a bit like, yeah, okay. Well, I know why he's on his side and stuff, because apparently Godzilla is the alpha, and King Ghidorah is a different kind of alpha. And then, obviously, in the middle of the film, if you've not watched it, humans do a bomb which is meant to kill King Ghidorah. Because that was it. Apparently he was from space. I'm sure he wasn't from space in the film. I'm sure he was med. But again, I don't actually know this, to be quite honest. I could be completely wrong. I need to do my research and stuff. But I thought he was made on Earth by like a mad scientist kind of guy. And then he goes, oh look, I made a dragon. Oh no, he's going to kill me. But apparently he was from space, and he isn't affected by like Earth's problems and stuff. And they use this bomb, which just takes away all the air, and it ends up damaging Godzilla really, really badly. To get Godzilla back up, they had to go back down to his home and stuff, which annoyed me a little bit, because they went down there, got down there and found him and stuff, and then said, oh, we can't get to him because there's too much radiation. If we go near, we'll die. Then one of the Japanese doctor, goes up to him, puts his nuclear bomb down, sets it off to explode to wake up Godzilla, and everyone says, if you go anywhere near it, take your mask off, you're gonna die. You're gonna die of radiation poisoning in 2 seconds. And he takes his mask off, and he's like, a good 20 seconds, like, oh, Godzilla, I love you, which is a silly thing to moan at. I completely agree, it's a stupid thing to moan at, but in the kind of sense of things, if we're trying to ground it a little bit, as soon as he took his mask off, he should have dropped dead. And he could still done it and kept his mask on and gone, I love you, Godzilla, because he like touches his nose and stuff, just like, oh, you're a good boy, go and save the world, and poof, and the nuke blows up, and they don't realise it destroys Godzilla's home, because basically he's in his lair, getting better, using the nuclear energy. It's going to take too long before King Ghidorah destroys the world. He just comes out of the water like, oh, I'm okay now, you've destroyed my house, I'll get you later, and then walks off to go and fight King Ghidorah again, which is cool, but still. Now, the one thing I want to talk about is Mothra. Oh, Mothra is at the start of the film, when she pops out of a little cocoon thing, and there's baby Mothra. I didn't realise that bug could be that cute. It's just this little thing with little talons popping out its mouth, going crazy. It's just amazingly cute, and it goes off, and it makes itself into a little caterpillar cocoon thing, and then later on in the film you see her pop out of a cocoon like a big sexy moth with her big wings and stuff, and she's flying about and stuff, and then she ends up fighting Rodan. And again, I'm sure like in the originals, Mothra and Rodan were friends. But like I said, obviously Rodan damages Mothra too much, and then Godzilla is on the floor, unconscious, trying to get back up, and King Ghidorah is about to do a big blast, and Mothra flies up and shields Godzilla, and does the thing I said that Rodan did, where she sort of sacrifices herself and then boosts Godzilla's power, so he gets really powerful, ends up setting on fire and stuff. Apparently he's too powerful, he's going to go completely nuclear, which it was one of the, I can't remember which film it was, but they did that previously in the Godzilla film. He ends up being Inferno, I think Inferno Godzilla is called, where he's that powerful with nuclear energy, he will eventually just go poof and blow up, which he did do in a way, but he managed to survive and stuff. And obviously at the end of the film he does get round to destroying King Ghidorah and saving the day. But the thing that bugs me is that obviously they've got all these other monsters established in the Godzilla universe. I can't remember half of them, but the couple I remember is Gigan, there's Argon, there's the one I'm talking about, Goranago or something, who are obviously in there somewhere and stuff. But then they use like 3 random ones, and I'm sure they're not in the original. There's like an elephant one, there's another Muto from like the original film, and then there's the weird like crab creature, and then they do mention Kong, I think like 5 or 6 times, talking about Kong and stuff, and he's off on Skull Island, so he is mentioned there. And if you watch the credits and stuff, they start hyping up the whole Godzilla vs King Kong movie, which apparently I think it's coming 2021 or 2020 next year sometime. They're going to have Godzilla vs King Kong. But I just don't see how that's going to work, because the way the film ended with Godzilla going pretty much nuclear to beat King Ghidorah, he's just got to do that against King Kong. I mean, I don't, because obviously when you see King Kong in his film, he's only a little baby. Obviously by this time it's now way in the future, because that was set like in the Vietnam War kind of time, which I'm not sure when it was. I don't want to say a date because I'm probably going to be very, very wrong. But obviously, so he must be getting bigger on Skull Island somewhere. So obviously he's got to be massive though, compared to Godzilla's huge, and like King Ghidorah was huge, Rodan was huge, and Mothra was huge, and then little Godzilla, little King Kong over there in the corner. But yeah, I've gone off on a sidetrack. Like I said, very good film. God. Gone off on a sidetrack. Went up a bit of a side run. So yeah, if you can, I fully recommend go watching it. Not as much for the stories, but if you can, go watch it for the fights. And the story is good. It explains a lot of stuff. It ties a few of the other film bits together, but it still leaves a few plot holes and a few loose threads and stuff, which is such a shame, because I want to see it like back in the really good Godzilla films like it was back then. And I think trouble is with nowadays movies and stuff, I don't think we're going to be able to get something like that it was back then in the day, because it wasn't a niche market back then. But if those main Godzilla films were made for fans and stuff, they were made for the Godzilla fan base, where a lot of people, like probably my wife, wouldn't bother to go. She wasn't bothered watching this Godzilla movie now. But they try and make it sort of more worldwide, but adding a bit of a story and adding that human element in to try and get people interested in it. But it's not working. But they can't just go back to the old element, because then it's going to alienate new people. So they get the new people to come watch it and stuff, and just do it for the fans. And I think obviously they could do that. And there was more. I don't want to say fan service, but there was a lot more better stuff there compared to the original one. But it seems, I just don't think they're going to go. It'd be interesting to see where they go for King Kong vs Godzilla. I'm definitely looking forward to that film. I will be going to watch it, and I'll obviously do another review for it when it comes out. I think it's next year when it comes out. I'm pretty sure it's next year. I've got no instant on because I'm recording at the minute. But yeah, so, whew, that was a long one. That's what I think of Godzilla King of the Monsters. A very good film. A few down points, but definitely a good film. I would recommend going to see it. Just with a pinch of salt. Don't go in there expecting a glorious film. Just go in there expecting a good action film, like a B-movie action film. I think that's what it's good at. It's definitely a good film. It's definitely a good one to have in your DVD collection. Have it there on your shelf. Maybe not watch that every month, but watch every sort of like once a year. Oh yeah, Godzilla, bang, put it on. But yeah, I'll leave you to it. So, hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed this review. Hope you enjoyed the footage in the background of Godzilla beating up monsters in the story mode, and then a little fight at the beginning where it was Godzilla, King Ghidorah, Rodan, and Mothra all together fighting. So yeah, I'll leave you to it. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Superdean, out.